Hi everyone, it's Mark here again. I'm the founder of the Arts and Culture Network. We are 144,000 strong now across 8 LinkedIn groups across the world. Yesterday we welcomed our 100,000th member to our main group, which was very exciting. So I think around 150 people are applying to join the group every day at the moment, which is great. But this is the best bit of the job for me. This is where I get to introduce you to one of our full members. And I'm joined today by Ella Schwarz. Ella, thank you so much for joining me today for this.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's my pleasure. We're going to have some fun today. I'm going to create your fantasy cultural year. And if there's time, we'll play the this or that game as well. So, but before we do that, do please tell us a little bit about you, where you're based and the work you do. I'm loving the phrase life design, and that's where we'll start. So tell us about Ella and Coffee with Ella.
Yes, so I'm Ella. I'm an accredited transformative coach, and I work with individuals and organizations around professional and personal transitions. So in my one-to-one practice, I do a lot of life and career design. So looking at what you want your life to look like and how you can get there. And then with organizations, I work to unlock staff potential and work with them around career progression. So I've come from a background of almost a decade in arts and culture, working in senior leadership with arts and children and young people's charity. So in a very rich career, and I'm very grateful for what I get to do.
That's great, fantastic. And I know you've been associated with a theatre in the past, and you still do projects with them. Which theatre is that?
Yes, so it's Total Insight Theatre. So it started mainly focusing on theatre, and it's now a charity that works across the arts with children and young people. And when I was still working with them, I created a coaching and mentoring program for underrepresented young artists, and that's still going. So very excited to still be working with that, helping out with that. And yeah, look forward to sharing more.
Great. Well, wherever this appears, there'll be links to you and the theatre and anything else that you'd like us to drop into that. So that's great. Thank you so much. And thank you very much also for being one of our full members. We're entirely member funded as a community. And it's just me and my colleague Isabel on a Friday working from home because it's too cold here today. And that's because we want to remain independent of any sponsors, shareholders, advertisers, or grant-making bodies. So it's very much appreciated. You won't realize it, but your £10 a month will help others. Wherever possible, we like to support projects that our members are involved with. So we found accommodation for 7-year-old homeless orphans in Kampala who are street dancers, and we contributed to one of our full members' cancer fundraisers, and she's doing really well now. So that's how we roll. So I think our motto is choose people who will say your name in a room full of opportunities. So
Yes, I love that.
And that's how we roll. Excellent. Right, let's have some fun now. So for laughs, anecdotes, conversational detours, and surprises, I'm going to create your fantasy cultural year. Okay. Now, to do this, and I have a magic wand and a time machine. So it's absolutely as you would wish it. So now I need to place you somewhere in the world to get us started. So what's your favorite building?
I think I'd have to go with the SOAS library. So it's where I studied, SOAS University of London. And the library is just a really magical place full of lots of diverse books and literature. Spent many a late night in there, and yeah, going down memory lane for this one.
Excellent. I'm going to show everyone. Where are we? Have I got the right place?
Yes, that's exactly it.
Whoa, that looks incredible. Look at it.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Fantastic. And where is that again?
Just London, so near Russell Square.
Ah, okay. So not far away from the British Library.
Yes, yeah.
Right. Well, that would be a good trip to do both.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
No.
Excellent. Okay, so I'd like you to imagine then that you're sitting at a pavement cafe within sight of the SOAS Library. It's June, it's 6 p.m. and there is a drink, it's sunny and warm. There is a drink by your side. What would I find you drinking at 6 p.m. on a sunny evening?
Probably an Aperol Spritz or a rum and Sprite.
Rum and Sprite.
Yeah.
Oh, dark rum or white rum?
Dark rum.
Yeah,
That could be either. It could be an overproof.
yeah. I've never. I'm a rum and coke person,
Yeah.
but it's got to be Mount Gay or
Ooh.
love a bit of Mount Gay or what. Excellent. Okay, so you can have your Aperol. Which of the two am I most likely to find?
If it's summer, maybe let's go with the Aperol.
Aperol, Aperol Spritz. Okay. And there's a book on your left that you've just been reading. What is it?
Can I have two? Because I always read a fiction and a non-fiction at the same time.
You can. Magic wand. Bang.
So I think I'd have Candice Brathwaite Manifesto, which is all around unlocking a life that you deserve. So I love that one. And then the other one would be Lola Akinmade, who's written an amazing sequel called In Every Mirror She's Black. And then the sequel is Everything Is Not Enough. And it's just a really fresh way of writing about the depth of experiences of Black women in a way that I hadn't come across. So I'll take those two.
Fantastic. You can. Now you're feeling quite pleased with yourself because you've just come from a meeting in the SOAS library, and a very wealthy London-based family foundation have got wind of the work you do, and they would like to hire you for a year. Okay. And they would like to commission you to travel around the world, finding pioneers in life design for women. Okay. And interviewing them. Does that sound good?
Yes, it sounds amazing.
Excellent. It's extremely well paid. Okay.
Yes.
First class all the way, all the help you need, access to any form of transport you need to get from wherever you're going to and from. There is a TED talk in it, that you're going to do a TV series while you're there. There's a book deal lined up. And when you get back, you're going to do a global university lecture tour.
Ooh, sweet. Yes, I'm up for it. Let's go.
Excellent. Now, all you need to do is to decide where you're going to start. So in what city and in what country would you like to start?
So I'm quite torn because I could go to Berlin, which is where I was born and raised, but I've also spent quite a bit of time in Barbados. And because it's super cold where I am right now in Nottingham, I think I have to go with Barbados for a bit of sunshine.
Bridgetown, here we come. Yeah, excellent. You're on the plane, okay? You turned left when you got on the plane.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And the steward brings you an Aperol Spritz, and a rum and Sprite chaser, and an envelope from the Wealthy Family Foundation in London. They'd like to experiment on you a little bit while you're on this trip. They want you to limit your musical listening to one very specific genre of music for 12 months. What are you going to pick?
It'll have to be neo soul. That is the one thing I can listen to all day, every day. Artists like Jill Scott. Yeah, that'll have to be my choice.
Neo soul.
Yes.
Excellent. Great choice. Love that. Okay, now you arrive in Bridgetown and there's a group of young people who are detailed to welcome you, and they pick you up from the airport and they've taken you to an apartment. It's actually a house overlooking Crane Bay in Barbados. And they said, right, make yourself comfortable, relax, unpack. We're coming back to take you out to a dance performance and to dinner. Okay. Now, you don't have to stay local for this. So, and don't forget magic wand, time machine. What dance performance would you like to watch? You can go back in time. You can choose any dancer, living or not, any dance group, any dance style. What would you go for?
I think I'll have to go with Carnival because I've spent quite a bit of time in Barbados, but I've always missed Carnival. So on the way to dinner, we'll just have to swing by, have a little look.
Okay. There's what are they called? They're called teams, aren't they? Are they called teams or bands? I think who take part in the carnival. So, and they've got a rehearsal on.
Yeah.
They're rehearsing on the beach at Harbour Lights.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, or Pebbles Beach.
Pebbles Beach, yeah. Okay. Now, dinner's going to be interesting because I think the last time we spoke, we talked about a restaurant that we both knew about in Barbados, but we'll see. But so they're going to take you out to dinner. Now you can have any national cuisine you like. What are you going to go for?
So if we're at Pebbles, there's Cuz's fish stand who does an amazing fish and cheese sandwich. So I could have that. Or if it's Friday, we can go to Oystins and eat there. Or there's a really good Italian called Buzo, one of the best Italians I've had ever.
Wow.
So yeah, it could be any or all of those.
And what's the fish restaurant down in St. Lawrence Gap? Oh,
Primo, I'm not quite sure if it's particularly fish, but there's Primo, I think that's quite popular. There's a
yeah,
couple, isn't there? Or
yeah, lovely, excellent. So now this is where you jump on a plane and go somewhere else, okay? Before we do the next bit. So, where do you want to go next?
let's go to Berlin.
Berlin, fantastic. I love Berlin. My wife and I found a tiny salsa bar and we were dancing till dawn. It was fantastic.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Yeah, I don't go as much as I should, but yeah, that sounds
I
amazing.
think it was in Friedrichstrasse, I think somewhere not far from the station.
Yeah.
So, fantastic. Okay, you're in Berlin. And it's sport day in Berlin. It's Saturday.
Yeah.
With breakdancing in the Olympics, many people believe that some sports constitute performance art. So what sport would you like either to participate in or watch for a couple of hours?
So I've started training for something called High Rocks, which is this competition that combines 8 kilometers of running with these 8 workout stations. And it is one of the hardest things I've ever committed to. I'm not quite sure how I've ended up here, but they do global competitions. And so maybe High Rocks has come to Berlin and I can throw my hat in the ring.
Yes, the World Championships are in Berlin. Ping, there's the magic wand going.
Yes. So. And a woman has just set the world record as well. So
wow.
let's go for it.
Is it like kind of circuit training on
yeah, it's insane. It's like you do, I don't know, is it like 100 throws of the ball, then you have to go and run a kilometer, then you have to do burpee jumps, run a kilometer, farmers walk with the kettlebells, run a kilometer. It is the most insane thing that I've ever committed to, but it's also really good fun. So yeah, let's stick with
making me feel tired and inadequate.
That's how I feel every time I go to training. So I'm with you.
The problem is my youngest brother is 54 and no, he's not. He's 58 now, but he did his first Ironman when he was 54.
Oh, I love that. See, it's never too late.
Yeah,
too late.
It's properly too late for me. But and they say the hardest thing about going running is putting on your running shoes.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. To actually go to training is the hardest bit. And then once you're in it, you just run with it. So
excellent. Okay. High Rock it is. Now, you get to fly again. Where are we going?
Oh, where are we going? Well, my mum's from Kenya, so we can go to Nairobi.
Excellent. Nairobi. In that case, in Nairobi, there is a new digitally enhanced art gallery. And you put on a pair of virtual reality headset and you can step into the work of a famous artist.
Yes. Oh,
so who would you like to explore in that way?
I'll take Frida Kahlo because I remember when I was in school, I think it was year 6, we learned about Frida Kahlo, her life, her work, and I was just so fascinated by it. So yeah, let's go with her.
Excellent. You can walk around the back of her self-portraits, can't you? And see.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Excellent. Let's fly again. Where are we going?
Where are we going? Oh, let's go to New Orleans.
Whoa, that's unexpected. Fantastic. I've never been. I'd love to go. So I'm going to fly out and meet you, and we're going to do something cultural every night of the week. Okay.
Oh, perfect.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday's a pop or rock concert.
Yeah.
Tuesday is a theatre play.
Yeah.
Wednesday is a Broadway or West End musical.
Yeah.
Thursday is an opera.
Okay.
And Friday is cinema.
Okay.
So you get to choose first, but if you want to throw one back at me, I'm happy to suggest one. So now the pop and rock concert is where the time machine comes in.
Yeah.
What pop or rock concert would you like to go back in time and watch?
Oh, do you know what? She's still alive, but when I went to see Beyonce a couple of years ago, it was one of the most incredible things I've seen. Just the staging, the performance, all of it, how it came together was just incredible. And I think that, yeah, I'd love to see that again.
Hey, Beyonce it is. I've never seen her live, so I love that.
Well, there you go. There's the
Yeah.
opportunity.
We can hop around, but let's assume we're still in New Orleans. What about a theatre play? You can have anything you like.
When I was in university, I produced a performance of For Colored Girls. And so I think I would love to see a really modern interpretation of that. I think it would be amazing.
That's brilliant. And what about a musical next day?
Do you know what? This is going to be controversial, but this country, so the UK, you guys love Joseph, and I don't get the hype. And so I think I would need to rewatch it so that I can understand what it's all about, because I've seen it once or twice now. And yeah, I need to maybe watch it one more time to understand the hype.
Okay. I was walking along the banks of the river and
And everybody can break out in all of
uh,
the songs at any given time.
yeah,
So,
it's one of those ones that everybody knows. Actually, I used to teach music at a prep school in London, and it was written for that school. That's where they performed it first. So Collet Court it was on in Hammersmith.
oh,
Yeah, yeah, great, excellent. Now where are we now? Okay, Thursday night is opera night.
I'll have to throw that one back at you. I
Okay,
have not seen a lot of opera, and I would want it to be modern. So what would you suggest that we see? Or modern interpretation?
a modern interpretation. I think we'll go and see a modern interpretation of Tosca by Puccini.
Oh, why do you say that?
Oh, it's just the music is just incredible. And there is a particular recording by Anthony Papano with the conductor, and it's on YouTube, it's on Apple Music, and it's incredibly powerful. So, and it's a wonderful story about love, betrayal, and tragedy, and some of the big arias. They always have big arias in them, Puccini operas. So I think that would be great. But I've never seen a modern interpretation of that, so that would be great.
There we
Excellent.
go.
There we go. And movie night. Now, for movie night, we're going to be at the IMAX in Waterloo. We've got the place to ourselves. We've got two seats next to each other, right in the middle of the screen. I want you to suggest a movie that you love
Yes.
that I may not have seen.
Oh, that's a hard one. Have you seen Black Panther?
No.
Oh, yes.
There we go.
Yes, there we go. First shot.
Excellent. Black Panther. Fantastic. Good one. Was that the one with the actor who died, sadly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boseman, Chadwick Boseman, who died of bowel cancer.
Yeah. I had bowel cancer 2 years ago. So I was very fortunate though. I caught it very early. I went from diagnosis to all clear in 8 weeks. So
That is amazing.
yeah,
Amazing.
I was just very, very fortunate to catch it so early. I didn't need chemo or radio. So that makes all the difference. So
Yes.
there's
Oh,
always,
wow.
there's always some kind of story relating to it. And when I had my colonoscopy, which wasn't fun,
Yeah.
the chap there said, "Oh, well, I was fascinated looking around the insides of me on this big screen, which was literally there." And he said, "Oh, I don't like the look of that." He said, "Oh, Mark, I'm sorry. I think that looks like a tumor." And I thought, "Oh, okay," but I was still fascinated by and but he as I left, he said, "Onwards and upwards, Mark, and only somebody who does a colonoscopy can
Yeah.
get away with saying onwards and upwards."
Very, very true. Oh my God, what an anecdote.
I
Yeah.
know, yeah. It was one of those. I actually took it in my stride. Music saved my life, I think, because I listened to some amazing music when I was diagnosed, and I would focus all the energy from that in down there. And
Yeah.
I can't prove anything helped, but it certainly made me feel better. So
Yes, I can imagine.
so
Well, congratulations on being cancer free. That's
I
amazing.
am cancer free. Yes, yes, very sad for
Yeah.
that.
He's an incredible actor. And I think also because you're saying the IMAX, I think Black Panther would be an incredible experience to watch there. So
yeah, great sound and fantastic. Excellent. Right, we're nearly there. Let's hop again.
Oh, where can we go? Where can we go? We can go to Bali. Because when I was in Barbados, I met a lot of people who had lived or worked in Bali, and I haven't been. So let's go there.
Bali. Okay, we're in Bali. Now it's Hero Day for you. We're nearly there. Okay. I booked a lovely restaurant for you for a leisurely 2-hour lunch, and you can invite anyone you like and they will come.
Yes. Oh, do you know what? I'll take Maya Angelou, because whenever I feel like I can't do something, I listen to Still I Rise, and it's one of the most powerful poems. And I've recorded it myself reading it, and then I just listen to it, and I just love it. It just gets me out of that funk, and I can just get on with what I need to do. So let's bring back Maya.
Okay. And have you memorized the poem?
No, I haven't. Oh, I should, because then I could whip it out whenever I want it.
Well, I would have invited you to recite it for us now.
Yes. No, I can't do it off heart. I can find it, but I cannot do it off heart.
Well, next time we meet and we record an update, we'll have a performance of that.
Yes, and then that gives me an incentive to learn it by then.
There we go. Still We Rise, is it called?
Yeah, and Still I Rise.
And Still I Rise. Excellent. Okay. Now, in a slight twist to that lunch, who do you think Maya would invite?
Oh, who do I think Maya would invite? I'm not sure who Maya would invite. Maybe she would invite. Oh, I'm sorry. Who do you think Maya would invite?
The name that just jumped into my head for no reason is Florence Nightingale.
Oh, why not? Let's bring her.
Florence.
What a lunch. What a meeting.
Right, we're hopping again.
Yes.
Where are we going?
Let's go. Do you know what? I live in Nottingham. I've not been to the Peak District, so let's bring it back local.
Okay, Peak District. Now you've got the day to yourself. There are those days, I love these days, from from the moment you wake up to the moment you put your head back on the pillow, day is entirely yours. It doesn't happen.
I love it.
It doesn't happen very often. There is either work to do, chores to do, children to entertain, grandchildren to take out. There's something, but this day, and you're in, where are we at the moment? We're in
Peak District.
Peak District. What's the major is Nottingham the nearest major city?
So it's close. It's close, but it just looks absolutely stunning. You know, you can go on all the hikes, you can go into like cute little Airbnbs. It's just stunning.
So how would you fill your day then in the Peak District if you had one of those days?
I would wake up and I would have some really good coffee, and I would probably have some sort of pastry. So I would have to start with a really strong breakfast. I would go for a hike, probably listen to a podcast, some music, stop off somewhere for a roast. And then in the evening, do you know what I'd love to do? Is I'd find somewhere that has some really good comedy, and we would have somebody come who's doing the rounds. Because I saw Ramesh Ranganathan once when he was doing the rounds just before he went on tour. So it would be a surprise guest. I'm not sure who's preparing for a big tour, and they've just come by the Peak District to practice their comedy. And it would just be an incredible day all to myself. I love the sound of that.
Fantastic. Okay, you're on the way now. You carry on for a year, and you put together this TV series. You've got the content you need for the TED Talk, and the book deal is done, and the lecture tour is arranged, and you're going to do talks on life design pioneers all around the world. That's your gig. And so you've done the year and you're on the way home. Okay.
Yeah.
You're back on the plane with your Aperol spritz, and the steward hands you another note, and the Wealthy Family Foundation, who have funded this trip, have lifted the limitation of what music you can listen to. So apart from neo soul, what's the first piece of music you'd want to listen to that you hadn't heard for 12 months?
Probably a bit of R&B.
Anyone in particular?
Do you know what? I've never listened to a lot of Little Mix because I always felt like I was a little bit too old. But then Leanne Pinnock has been bringing out some really good music. So I'm really enjoying what she's doing at the moment. So I'll go with her.
Excellent. Great choice. Well, there you go. That's your fantasy cultural year.
Oh, I'll take it. I love that. And if there's a foundation out there going, who want to give me all of that, I'm very willing.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for doing that, Ella. There's one more thing I'd like to try with you, and it's quite fun. It's the this or that game.
Oh,
Okay.
let's do it.
I'm going to give you two options. You have to choose one.
Okay.
Fast paced. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Right. Still or sparkling?
Sparkling.
Mac or PC?
Mac.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Television or radio?
Television.
Heels or trainers?
Heels.
Peas or Brussels sprouts?
Brussels.
I love Brussels. Can't wait for Christmas. Call them or text them?
Text them.
Window or aisle seat?
Aisle.
Milk or dark chocolate?
Dark chocolate.
Car or motorcycle?
Car.
Concert hall or sports stadium?
Concert hall.
Boiled or fried egg?
Fried.
Comedy or horror?
Comedy.
Cat or dog?
Dog.
Test the water or dive in at the deep end?
Deep end always.
Yeah. Orange juice, bits or no bits?
Bits.
An hour in an art gallery or a museum?
Ooh, let's go with museum.
Okay. Beethoven or Mozart?
Beethoven.
Shower or bath?
Bath.
Cooking or being cooked for?
Oh, do you know what? I love both. But I do most of the cooking at home, so let's go with being cooked for.
Okay. Fiction or non-fiction? I knew this one.
I will go with non-fiction.
Okay. Sand or snow?
Sand.
Shopping online or in store?
Online.
Reggae or salsa?
Reggae.
Indoors or outdoors?
Outdoors.
Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
Start immediately or wait until the last minute?
Start immediately.
Science or history?
History.
New York or LA?
LA.
Early riser or night owl?
Oh, do you know what? A bit of both. But I've got a toddler, so early riser.
Messy desk or tidy desk?
Tidy desk.
Red or white wine?
White.
Numbers or words?
Words.
Mild or spicy?
Spicy.
Gold or silver?
Gold.
And finally, see the future or change the past?
See the future.
Brilliant. Love that's great. Ella, thank you so much for sharing that. This is the fast track to getting to know Ella podcast now. Thank you so much. Thanks again for being such a good sport. Thank you for being one of our full members. Wherever this appears, there'll be lots of links for you. And it'll go on YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, on our website. And it's been a delight. Thank you so much, very much for joining me today.
No, thank you so much for having me. This was brilliant.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.